She looked at me across the table at the 7-Eleven because that's where we were having this conversation, at a plastic table outside a 7-Eleven in Pattaya at 11 o'clock at night, and she said, "You go back America, or you give me 500,000 baht. You choose." I said, "I don't have 500,000 baht." She said, "Then you go immigration tomorrow. I tell them you work illegal. I tell them you overstay. I tell them everything. They deport you." I'm 60 years old. I'm from Biloxi, Mississippi. I've been in Thailand for 3 months. I came here because I had nothing left in America. No job, no savings, no family that wanted me around. I came here because a friend told me you could live on $800 a month and nobody asks questions. I came here to disappear. Instead, I became leverage. This is what happens when you're desperate enough to stay anywhere, and Nichapa figures that out. I landed at Suvarnabhumi Airport on September 12th, 3 months ago. I had $4,200 in my checking account. That was everything. My entire life converted to U.S. dollars and deposited in a Bank of America account I could access with a debit card that charged me $5 every time I used it at a Thai ATM. The immigration officer stamped my passport. 30 days. Visa-exempt entry for U.S. citizens. I walked out into that wall of heat and humidity that hits you the second the airport doors open, and I thought, I'm free. I wasn't free. I was just broke in a different country. I'd been a construction supervisor in Biloxi for 23 years. Good job, union, benefits. Then the company got bought out by Nichapa private equity firm and they cleaned house. I was 58 when they let me go. 2 years from retirement eligibility. They gave me 8 weeks severance. I tried to find another job. Sent out maybe 200 applications. I'm 60 years old with a high school education and a career in an industry that wants 30-year-olds who'll work for $15 an hour. Nobody even called me back. My unemployment ran out. My savings ran out. I was 2 months behind on rent when my landlord started eviction proceedings. I sold everything. I owned furniture, tools, my truck paid what I owed, and had $4,200 left. My buddy Rick had been to Thailand in the 90s. Navy. He said, "Man, you can live there for nothing. Beach, cheap beer, nobody cares what you do." I Googled it. Cost of living Thailand? Articles said $800, $1,000 a month, all in. Rent $200. Food $150. Everything else negotiable. I had enough money for 5 months if I was careful. I bought a one-way ticket for $680 and left. I didn't have a plan beyond don't spend money. I stayed at a guest house in Pattaya, $180 a month for a room with a bed, a fan, and a bathroom the size of a closet. Shared Wi-Fi, no hot water. I didn't care. It was cheap. I ate street food. $1 for pad thai. $1.50 for fried rice. I stopped drinking because beer cost money. I walked everywhere because taxis cost money. I watched my bank account balance like it was a countdown timer. September 12, $3,520. After flight, after first month's rent. October 1, $3,140. After second month's rent, food, SIM card. November 1, $2,760. I was bleeding money just by existing. My 30-day visa stamp expired October 12th. I didn't extend it. Extensions cost 1,900 baht, about $55. I didn't want to spend $55. Rick had told me, just do a visa run. Cross the border into Cambodia. Come back, get another 30 days. Costs like $20 for the bus. I took a minivan to the Cambodian border October 18th. Cost 800 baht round trip. Crossed at Ban Lame. The whole thing took 6 hours. I got a new 30-day stamp. Easy. I thought, I can do this forever. Every month, 800 baht, new stamp. I did the math. $25 a month for visa runs. That's $300 a year. I could stay in Thailand indefinitely as long as I didn't run out of money. The problem was, I was running out of money. I met Nichapa on November 3rd. I was eating dinner at a street cart near my guest house. Fried rice with chicken, $1.20. She was working at the cart, 26 years old. Smile that made you forget where you were for a second. She spoke better English than most of the people I'd met. She asked where I was from. I told her Mississippi. She asked what I did. I told her I was retired. I wasn't retired. I was unemployed and living on fumes. But retired sounded better. She said, "You live here now?" I said, "Trying to." She said, "You like Thailand?" I said, "I don't have anywhere else to go." She laughed. She thought I was joking. I started eating at her cart every night. She'd give me extra chicken, wouldn't charge me for the egg. We talked. She told me she was from Izon, sent money to her family every month. Her father was sick. Her mother took care of him. Nichapa worked in Pattaya to pay for his medicine. She asked about my family. I told her I didn't have one. Parents dead. No siblings. Divorced 20 years ago. No kids. She said, "You alone?" I said, "Yeah." She looked at me like that was the saddest thing she'd ever heard. November 15th, my visa stamp expired again. I went to the border, second visa run. Same routine, 800 baht, 6 hours, new 30-day stamp. When I got back, Nichapa asked where I'd been. I told her. She said, "You do visa run every month?" I said, "Yeah. It's cheaper than extending." She said, "Immigration no like too many visa run. They think you work illegal." I said, "I'm not working." She said, "They don't care. Too many stamp, they deny you. They send you back America." My stomach dropped. "How many is too many?" She shrugged. "I don't know. Maybe 3. Maybe 5. Depend on officer. I'd done 2. I had 1 more month before I'd need a 3rd. I asked, "What do I do?" She said, "You need different visa. Long term." I can't afford it. Retirement visa requires 800,000 baht in a Thai bank. I don't have that. She said, "You have girlfriend?" I didn't understand. "What?" "You have girlfriend. You can get visa. I help you." I need to be clear about Nichapa thing. I didn't think Nichapa wanted to be my girlfriend. I'm 60. She's 26. I'm not an idiot. I know how this works. But she offered to help with my visa, and I was desperate. She said she could be my sponsor for a visa, not a marriage visa. We weren't married. But she said there were visa agents who could help me get a 1-year extension based on supporting a Thai national. Cost about 30,000 baht, $850. She knew Nichapa. I asked, "Is it legal?" She said, "Many farang do this." "No problem." I said, "I don't have 30,000 baht." She said, "I talked to agent. Maybe can do cheaper for you. Maybe 25,000. I still didn't have 25,000 baht. I had $2,400 in my account. That was 85,000 baht. If I spent 25,000, I'd have 60,000 left. 2 months of money. But if I didn't do it, I'd have to leave Thailand in 3 weeks when my visa ran out. I said, "Okay. Thank you." She smiled. She touched my hand. "I take care of you." Nichapa introduced me to her friend Nok. Nok knew a visa agent. His name was Chai. Chai had an office in a strip mall near Sukhumvit Road. The office had a desk, 2 plastic chairs, and a wall covered in photos of white men holding Thai visas. Chai spoke broken English. Nichapa translated. He explained the process. I'd rent an apartment. Nichapa would be listed as co-tenant. Nichapa would file a TM30 form registering me at the address. Chai would prepare documents showing I supported Nichapa financially. I'd apply for a 1-year extension based on supporting a Thai national. Cost 28,000 baht. He wouldn't go lower. I asked, "Is this legal?" Chai said Nichapa in Thai. Nichapa translated, "Many people do this. Immigration approve if documents correct." I didn't ask more questions. I didn't want to know. I paid Chai 28,000 baht on November 28th. I had 57,000 baht left. 2 months. We moved into an apartment December 1st. Studio. 5,000 baht a month, $140. It was in a building that smelled like mold and fried fish, but it had air conditioning and a bed that wasn't broken. Nichapa moved in with me. I hadn't asked her to. She just showed up with 2 bags of clothes and said, "I live here now. Help you with visa." I said, "You don't have to." She said, "Where I go? Room I rent too expensive. Better I stay here." I didn't argue. Rent was still cheaper than the guest house, even split 0 ways because I was paying all of it. December 10th, I went to Jom Tien Immigration Office with Nichapa and Chai. The office smells like sweat and photocopier toner. There are pictures of the king on every wall. People everywhere, Chinese tourists getting 90-day reports, Russians extending retirement visas, old white guys with young Thai women waiting for marriage visa stamps. We waited 3 hours. When they called my number, Nichapa went up with me. The immigration officer was a woman, maybe 40. She looked at my passport, looked at Nichapa, looked at Chai's documents. She asked me Nichapathing in Thai. Nichapa answered, back and forth. I didn't understand any of it. The officer stamped my passport. 1-year extension. Valid until the 10th of December 2025. I walked out of that immigration office and felt like I'd won the lottery. 1 year. I didn't have to leave Thailand for a whole year. Nichapa said, "See, I take care of you." I said, "Thank you." She said, "You buy me dinner. Celebrate." We went to a restaurant. I spent 800 baht. I didn't care. I had a visa. The problem was, I was still broke. December 10, 29,000 baht, $820. January 1, 24,000 baht. Rent, 5,000. Food, 5,000. Phone, 500. Utilities, 800. Miscellaneous, 2,000. 700. I was spending more than I thought. Every month I was losing 13,000 to 14,000 baht. I had 2 months left. Nichapa started asking for money in January. Small amounts at first. I need 500 baht for medicine for my father. I need 1,000 baht for my phone bill. I need 2,000 baht because my mother's house roof is broken. I gave it to her. What else was I going to do? She'd help me get my visa. She was letting me live here. She cooked Nichapa times. She cleaned. She was. I don't know. I thought we were together. I thought this was a relationship. I didn't want to admit what it actually was. By February, she was asking for bigger amounts. 5,000 baht for her father's hospital bill. 8,000 baht because her family needed to buy a new water pump. 3,000 baht for her sister's school fees. I said, "I don't have this much." She said, "You have money. I see your bank app." I'd left my phone on the table once. She'd seen my balance. I said, "That's all I have. If I give you this, I won't have rent next month." She said, "You get more money from America." I don't have any income. This is it." She stared at me. "You lie to me? You say you retired. I'm not retired. I'm broke." She got quiet. Then she said, "If you have money, why you stay Thailand?" "Because I have nowhere else to go." She didn't say anything. She just walked out of the apartment. She came back 3 hours later. She didn't apologize. She acted like nothing happened. She said, "You need find job." I said, "I can't work. My visa doesn't allow it." She said, "You work illegal. Many farang do." I can't. If immigration finds out, they deport me. She said, "Then you get money different way." There is no different way. I'm 60 years old. I don't have any money. This is it. She looked at me like I was a broken appliance she couldn't return. "Okay, I help you. But you pay me back." I said, "Pay you back how?" "When you get money, you pay." I didn't get money. I was never getting money. But I said, "Okay." March 1st, my bank balance, 11,000 baht. Rent was due in 4 days. I didn't have enough. I told Nichapa. She said, "I pay rent. You pay me back later." She paid 5,000 baht to the landlord. I paid the other 5,000. I had 6,000 baht left. March 15, 2,500 baht. I stopped eating 2 meals a day. I ate one. Rice with egg. Nichapa times nothing. I lost 15 pounds in 3 weeks. Nichapa kept asking for money. I kept saying I didn't have it. She kept saying, "You pay me back." I owed her 23,000 baht by the end of March. April 1st. Rent was due again. I had 1,200 baht. Nichapa said, "I no pay again. You pay." I said, "I don't have it." She said, "Ask your friend in America. Ask Nichapa. I don't have anyone." "You lie." "I'm not lying. I don't have anyone. I don't have any money. This is it," she said. "Then you leave apartment." "Where do I go?" "I don't care." I stared at her. "You're kicking me out?" She said, "You no pay rent. I no pay for you." I begged. I told her I'd figure it out. I told her I'd get money Nichapa how. "Just give me a week." She said, "Okay, 1 week." I spent that week trying to find work. I went to bars asking if they needed help. I went to hotels. I went to restaurants. Everyone said the same thing. "Do you have a work permit?" "No." "Sorry." On April 7th, I was sitting in the apartment trying to figure out what to do when Nichapa came home with a man I'd never seen before. Thai guy. Maybe 35. Nice clothes. He looked at me like I was furniture. "Nichapa," said Nichapa thing to him in Thai. He laughed. Then he left. I asked, "Who was that?" She said, "My friend." "Why did you bring him here?" I show him apartment. "Maybe he rent. We live here." She said, "You live here. Maybe I move." My chest tightened. "You're leaving?" She didn't answer. I said, "If you leave, what happens to my visa?" She looked at me. "What you mean?" "My visa extension. It's based on supporting you. If you leave, your visa is your visa. Not my problem. But the TM30. Your name is on the lease. If you're not here..." She smiled. Not a nice smile. "You need me for visa?" I didn't say anything. She said, "Then you pay me." That's when I understood. This wasn't a relationship. It wasn't even a scam, really. It was leverage. She'd helped me get a visa that depended on her cooperation. And now that I was desperate, she could ask for anything. I said, "How much?" She said, "You owe me 23,000 already. I want 500,000 baht total." I laughed. I couldn't help it. I don't have 500,000 baht. I don't have 50,000 baht. I have nothing. She said, "Ask your family." I don't have family. Borrow from bank. I can't. I'm not employed. No bank will lend to me. She shrugged. Not my problem. You get money, or I go immigration tomorrow. I tell them you work illegal. I don't work illegal. I tell them anyway. I tell them you pay me for fake visa. I tell them you overstay before. I tell them you dangerous. They believe me. Why would they believe you? Because I'm Thai. You're farang. They always believe Thai. I need to tell you what it feels like to have Nichapa look at you and realize you're not a person to them. You're a thing. A problem. A source of money that dried up. Nichapa looked at me the way you look at a vending machine that took your dollar and didn't give you a Coke. She said, "You have 1 week. You get 500,000 baht or you go." I didn't sleep that night. I lay in bed next to Nichapa. She was on her phone, texting Nichapa, laughing at Nichapa thing, and I tried to think of any way out. I could go to immigration myself, explain the situation. But explain what? That I'd paid an agent 28,000 baht for a visa extension that might not be legitimate? That I was living with a woman who helped me get that visa and was now threatening me? They'd deport me. I could leave Thailand, go back to America. But I didn't have money for a flight. Flights to the U.S. are $800, $1,200. I had $35 in my bank account. I could go to the embassy, the U.S. Embassy in Bangkok. Tell them I was stranded. They could. What? Give me a loan? Deport me for free? I didn't have options. April 9th. Nichapa didn't come home. April 10th. She showed up at noon with 2 suitcases. She packed her clothes. She didn't say anything to me. I asked where she was going. She said, "Not your business." I said, "What about my visa?" She said, "I already tell you. You pay, I stay. You no pay, I go. If you leave, I can't do my 90-day report. I need you to file the TM30. She said, "I cancel TM30 tomorrow. You no live here anymore on paper, but I do live here. The landlord no care. You pay rent or you go." I said, "I'll go to immigration. I'll tell them you're extorting me." She laughed. "You go immigration. I already there. I tell them first. You want to try?" She left. I sat in that apartment with 1,200 baht, no TM30, and a visa extension that was based on supporting Nichapa who was gone. I Googled, what happens if TM30 canceled? Answers on expat forums. You're supposed to file a new TM30 within 24 hours of address change. If you don't, you get fined 2,000 baht. I Googled, visa extension supporting Thai national if person leaves. Answers. Your extension could be invalidated at your next 90-day report. Immigration might ask for proof you're still supporting the person. If you can't provide it, they can cancel your visa. I had 68 days until my 90-day report was due. 68 days to figure out how to fix this or leave the country. April 12th, the landlord knocked on my door. He said rent was overdue. I said I'd pay in 3 days. April 15th, he knocked again. I said I didn't have it. He said I had 1 week or I was out. April 18th, I went to a Thai friend of mine, a guy named Surachai. I'd met at a coffee shop. He spoke English. I explained the situation. He said, "You need lawyer." I can't afford a lawyer. "You need go immigration." Explain. "They'll deport me." He shook his head. "Maybe not. If you explain, maybe they let you change visa type." I don't qualify for any other visa. I don't have 800,000 baht for retirement. I'm not married. I don't have a job. There's no visa for me. He said, "Then you need leave Thailand." I don't have money for a flight. He looked at me for a long time. Then he said, "I'm sorry, my friend." April 20th, I got an email from immigration. Automatically generated. Your TM30 registration has been canceled. Please file new TM30 within 24 hours. I didn't have a new address to file. I was living in an apartment I couldn't legally live in anymore. I didn't file. April 22nd, the landlord put an eviction notice on my door. I had 3 days. I packed my bag. I didn't have much. Clothes, my passport, my phone. I walked out of the apartment building and started walking. I didn't know where I was going. I walked to the beach. Pattaya Beach. There were tourists everywhere. Fat Russian guys with Thai girlfriends. Chinese families taking selfies. Old British men drinking beer at 11 a.m. I sat on the beach and thought, I'm homeless in Thailand. I slept on the beach that night. The police didn't bother me. There were other homeless people there, mostly Thais, Nichapa, farang. One guy, Australian, told me he'd been on the beach for 2 years, overstayed his visa by 800 days, too scared to go to immigration because he didn't have money for the fine. He said, "You on overstay?" I said, "Not yet. My visa's good until December, but I don't have a TM30. Immigration canceled it." He said, "You'll be fine until your 90-day report. After that, they'll flag you. What happens then?" "Depends. If you turn yourself in, they fine you 2,000 baht for the TM30. If you can't pay, they deport you. If they catch you in a random check, they arrest you, immigration detention center, then deport you." "How do you avoid random checks?" He laughed. "You don't. You just hope." I slept on the beach for 6 days. I spent my last 1,200 baht on food, $1 meals. I ate once a day. April 28th, my bank balance, 0 baht. I went to a 7-Eleven and used their Wi-Fi. I emailed my ex-wife. I hadn't talked to her in 10 years. I said, "I'm in trouble. I'm in Thailand. I don't have money. Can you help?" She responded 4 hours later, "I don't have money to give you. I'm sorry. I hope you're okay." I emailed an old friend from Mississippi. Same message. No response. I had no one. I'm writing this from a shelter in Bangkok. It's run by a Christian charity. They help foreigners who are stranded. They gave me a bed. They gave me food. They're helping me apply for emergency repatriation through the U.S. Embassy. The embassy can loan me money for a flight home. I have to pay it back, but I can leave. I'll be back in America in a week. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have any money. I'll probably end up in a homeless shelter in Biloxi, but at least I won't be in immigration detention. Nichapa never contacted me again. I saw her on Facebook. Surachai showed me before I left Pattaya. She's with that guy she brought to the apartment. He's wearing expensive clothes. They're at a nice restaurant. She looks happy. She got what she wanted. A guy with money. I was just practice. Here's what I learned. I'm going to say this as clearly as I can because I don't want anyone else to go through this. If you can't afford to leave Thailand immediately, you can't afford to live in Thailand. I came here with $4,200. I thought that was enough. It wasn't, because the second Nichapa thing went wrong, the second my visa situation got complicated, the second I ran out of money, I was trapped. Never, ever make your visa dependent on another person. I got a visa extension based on supporting a Thai national. That meant my legal right to stay in Thailand depended on Nichapa's cooperation. The second she decided she didn't need me, she had total power over me. If you're going to live in Thailand, get a visa you control. Retirement visa if you're over 50 and have the money. Elite visa if you can afford it. Education visa if you're actually studying. Don't tie your legal status to a relationship. Don't trust visa agents who promise easy solutions. Chai charged me 28,000 baht for a visa extension that was probably not legitimate. I don't know if it was legal or not. I never will. But it put me in a position where I was vulnerable. If you use a visa agent, use one with a real office, real reviews, and real credentials. Don't use Nichapa your girlfriend's friend knows. Learn basic Thai. I couldn't speak Thai. That meant I couldn't communicate with immigration. I couldn't read notices. I couldn't verify what Nichapa was telling me. I was completely dependent on her for translation. If you're going to live in a country, learn the language, at least enough to handle your own visa paperwork. Keep emergency funds separate. I spent everything. Rent, food, Nichapa, visa fees. I didn't keep any emergency money. When I needed to leave, I couldn't. If you're living abroad, keep at least $2,000, $3,000 in an account you don't touch. Enough for an emergency flight home. Enough for a crisis. Don't fall for the supporting a Thai national visa extension. This visa category exists, but it's designed for people who are genuinely supporting a Thai spouse or family member long-term and who have the financial means to do so. It's not for broke foreigners who need a cheap visa solution. If you don't have 800,000 baht for a retirement visa, you probably shouldn't be retiring in Thailand. Check your TM30 status regularly. I had no idea Nichapa had canceled my TM30 until I got the email from immigration. By then it was too late. You can check your TM30 status online at immigration.go. Do it every month. If Nichapa threatens to report you to immigration, take it seriously. When Nichapa said she'd go to immigration and report me for fake visa or illegal work, I didn't think she'd actually do it. But she could have, and they might have believed her. If Nichapa threatens your visa status, you need to act immediately. Go to immigration yourself. Explain the situation. Get ahead of it. The Australian guy on the beach was right. You can't hide from immigration forever. He'd been on overstay for 800 days, sleeping on the beach, avoiding immigration checkpoints, living in fear. That's not a life. If your visa situation is broken, fix it or leave. Don't go underground. It only gets worse. I'm 60 years old. I'm going back to America with nothing. No home, no job, no savings, no dignity. I came to Thailand because I thought I could disappear and nobody would care. I was right about the second part. I disappeared, and nobody cared. If you're thinking about moving to Thailand because you're broke and you think it's cheap and easy, I'm telling you, it's not. Thailand is cheap if you have money. If you don't, it's a trap. I got trapped, and the only way out was to lose everything. I still have my passport. I keep it in a plastic bag with my other documents. There's a stamp in it from December 10th, 2024. Extension of stay permitted until 10-Dec 2025. I'll never use that stamp. I'm flying home on a repatriation loan from the U.S. Embassy. One-way ticket to Houston, then a Greyhound bus to Biloxi. I'll arrive with $0 in my bank account and a debt to the U.S. government for the flight. But I'll be legal, I'll be safe, and nobody can threaten to take that away from me.